Have you ever grilled meat indoors and thought nothing of it? That sizzling sound, the rich savory aroma. Filling the kitchen, it feels like comfort, like family, like home. But what if I told you that one simple thing you forget to do while grilling could silently increase your lung cancer risk by up to 25 times? Stay with me until the end, because what you learn today will permanently change the way you cook. Here is a fact that shocks most people. Among women diagnosed with lung cancer, nearly 9 out of 10 have never smoked a single cigarette in their lives. Never smoked, yet they got lung cancer. Researchers spent decades trying to understand why, and the answer they kept finding pointed to the same place: the kitchen. The very space where meals are prepared with love every single day. The culprit has a name: cooking fumes, also known as cooking haze or fume. When meat, fish, or oil is heated at high temperatures, it releases a cloud of fine particles and chemical compounds that look like harmless steam or appetizing aroma. But inside that cloud are dozens of toxic substances, working quietly against your body. Major global health authorities have officially classified cooking fumes in the same category as tobacco. Smoke, a confirmed Group 1 carcinogen. Let that sink in. The smoke rising from your frying pan at home carries the same cancer classification as cigarette smoke. What exactly is in that smoke? The most dangerous compound is benzoapyrene, often called benzopyrene. It forms when fat from meat drips onto a hot grill surface and combusts. This substance is classified as a definite human carcinogen by the world's leading cancer research bodies, meaning there is no safe exposure level. Even small amounts, repeated over time, cause direct DNA damage. Benzopyrene binds to your genetic material and corrupts the instruction cells used to divide and replicate. That corruption is how cancer cells are born. Beyond benzopyrene, grilling also generates heterocyclic amines, or HCAs, formed when proteins and sugars in meat react at temperatures above 200 degrees Celsius. At lower temperatures, HCA production is minimal. But above 200 degrees, generation increases more than threefold. Home grill surfaces often reach 300 to 400 degrees. Add to this polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs, and you have a potent trio of carcinogens being released directly into the air your family breathes. Now here is the number that should stop everyone in their tracks. When researchers measured indoor PM 2.5 levels, which is fine particulate matter, during indoor grilling without ventilation, they found concentrations exceeding 1,360 micrograms per cubic meter for pork belly, and over 2,290 micrograms for grilled fish. The standard alert threshold for outdoor air pollution is 90 micrograms. That means your kitchen air during indoor grilling without ventilation surpasses the outdoor pollution alert level by 25 times. 25 times. And these particles spread from the kitchen into the living room, bedrooms, and study areas within minutes. The child doing homework in the next room. The family watching television on the sofa. They are all inhaling the same contaminated air. Why does PM 2.5 matter so much? These particles are smaller than 1/30th the width of a human hair. They bypass every natural filter in your respiratory system and travel directly into the deepest parts of your lungs, the alveoli, where they make contact with your bloodstream. From there, benzopyrene, HCAs, and PAHs are carried throughout your entire body. This is how cooking fumes contribute not only to lung cancer, but also to heart disease, stroke, and chronic inflammation. One major lung cancer research study found that people exposed to heavy visible cooking smoke in their kitchens had a 2.7-fold increase in lung cancer risk. Those who cooked with oil at high temperatures 4 or more times per week saw a 3.7-fold increase. And women who cooked regularly without any exhaust ventilation had a lung cancer risk up to 12 times higher than those who used proper ventilation. 12 times higher, simply because they did not turn on a vent. So what is the single most effective thing you can do? Ventilation. This is the answer. It is not complicated, and it costs nothing. Research confirms that proper kitchen ventilation reduces indoor PM 2.5 concentrations by more than 90% during cooking. The same 25-fold spike in pollution drops to near normal levels with adequate airflow. Here is exactly how to do it right. Switch on your range hood before you begin cooking, not after. Many people turn it on once smoke is already visible. But by then the particles have spread throughout the room. Keep the range hood running throughout the entire cooking process, and for at least 15 minutes after you finish. Studies show that 15 minutes of post-cooking ventilation is enough to return indoor PM 2.5 to pre-cooking levels for grilled and fried foods. Clean or replace your range hood filter every 3 months. A grease-clogged filter can reduce its effectiveness dramatically and, in some cases, create more problems than it solves. If you lack a range hood, open at least 2 windows or doors on opposite sides of your kitchen to create cross-ventilation. A single open window does not circulate air effectively. Second, control your heat. Since HCAs and benzopyrene are generated exponentially at very high temperatures, switching from maximum heat to medium heat makes a measurable difference. Research comparing lightly browned fish to heavily charred fish found that PM 2.5 concentrations were 10 times lower when cooked at medium heat. Flip your meat frequently while grilling to prevent any single surface from overheating. Avoid letting fat drip directly onto open flames, as this is the primary trigger for PA generation. Third, use marinades. Soaking meat in rosemary, garlic, onion, lemon juice, or red wine before grilling can reduce HCA formation by 40 to 80%. The antioxidant compounds in these ingredients interfere with the chemical reactions that produce HCAs at high heat. Rosemary in particular has been identified as one of the most potent natural inhibitors of cooking-related carcinogens. Marinate your meat for 30 minutes to 1 hour before grilling, and you will get better flavor, along with significantly lower carcinogen exposure. Fourth, consider using an air fryer for some of your grilling needs. Research comparing benzopyrene levels in air-fried versus directly grilled meat found significantly lower carcinogen concentrations in air-fried results. You sacrifice some of the char and smokiness, but for health-conscious days, it is an excellent alternative. Here is a simple 7-day action plan to get started. On day 1, inspect your range hood filter and clean or replace it if needed. On day 2, buy rosemary, garlic, and lemon for marinades. On day 3, reduce your grill heat by 1 level, and observe the difference in smoke. On day 4, marinate meat for 30 minutes before cooking. On day 5, set a 15-minute timer after cooking to keep ventilation running. On day 6, try air frying one of your usual grilled items. On day 7, position an air purifier with a HEPA filter near your kitchen to supplement ventilation. Studies show that combining a range hood with a HEPA air purifier achieves over 80% pollutant removal efficiency. These 7 steps together create a protective routine that can dramatically reduce your family's cumulative exposure. One final point that cannot be stressed enough. If you or anyone in your household, especially a non-smoking woman, who has cooked frequently indoors for many years, experiences a persistent cough, shortness of breath, or unexplained fatigue, please consult a respiratory specialist. Lung cancer often presents no early symptoms. Regular low-dose CT screening for those at elevated risk from cooking exposure is worth discussing with your doctor. This video is not asking you to stop enjoying grilled meat. It is asking you to protect the people you love while you do. 1 vent switch, 1 temperature adjustment, 1 marinade. These small habits stand between your family and a 25-fold spike in risk. If today's information was helpful, please subscribe and hit the like button. Share this with the people in your life who cook every day. Your support helps this reach the families who need it most. See you in the next video.